Yo, in case you didn't know, I'm a TCU fan. And in the most recent AP polls, TCU got ranked number 4. This is very controversial with some people. Come closer to me. This is very controversial with some people because who the fuck knows TCU? TCU is some fucking small school nobody knows. And everybody's mad that Tennessee lost to Georgia, who was number 1 in the AP. Tennessee was 2. And they're like, well, Tennessee should be 4, right? Maybe even 3, you know? And before this week, I was going over on my Twitter with brand name bias or big school bias, SEC bias, where a lot of SEC teams are just big schools in general, like Oklahoma and Texas and Ohio State, Michigan, Clemson. They all get ranked really high. Everybody knows them. So it's hard to be a small school like TCU that plays in a division like the Big 12, where not a lot of people are ranked. Well, they are ranked, but they're behind us. It's hard to break into that top like 5 or 10, right? But we did it. We got to 7. We should have passed Alabama last week. Alabama was on a bye week, and we went on the road and won a conference game against West Virginia. Just saying, we should have passed Alabama then. Maybe even Clemson. Clemson was on a bye week that week too. But this week, we finally got what we wanted. Alabama lost to LSU. We passed them. Clemson lost to Notre Dame. We got fucked by Notre Dame. We passed them. And Tennessee lost to Georgia. We passed them. This is a move I think needed to happen. Of course, the playoff polls haven't came out yet. This is only the AP polls. Hopefully, pass Tennessee in the playoff polls too, because that's what matters now. But still, it's a huge advance. I know it was hard for the voters to be like, seems undefeated. Tennessee has a loss. It was a big loss. Maybe, just maybe, this school should pass Tennessee. Also, we all knew Tennessee was going to lose to Georgia. We all knew that. Let's be real. If you thought Tennessee was going to win, you're delusional. Georgia's just the better team, and we saw that. I thought it was going to be like 51-13. I was proud with how Tennessee did, really. But, I mean, anyways. Now, I'm not saying that the SEC bias and the big name bias just doesn't exist anymore, right? Because it exists. Let's be real. LSU number 10, a 2-loss LSU team at number 10. Do you see the problem here? Yeah, I do think there's a huge bias, and I guess we just avoided that bias. I don't know. The people did what the people should have done in the first place. I'm proud of the AP voters for this. Big name bias still exists, but TCU was able to do it, and TCU's chances to get in the playoffs for me. Our remaining schedule is actually kind of rough. We have to play Texas and Baylor, which are going to be pretty rough games, because in the Big 12, it's not the SEC where the top teams are so much better than the middle teams. Every team in the Big 12 is very competitive with each other, and you can see that in TCU's recent schedule, and I think they're going to struggle against Baylor and Texas. Iowa State, I'm not sure on yet. I haven't seen much Iowa State stuff. I might look into them and see, but I think TCU has very high chances to get into the college playoffs, unless, I don't know, they just decide to kick us out. They end the school's funding or something. But yeah, I think there's very high chances for TCU to get in. We might get crushed in the first round. I want to make it to the second round at least. Win the first round, make it to the second round, please. Anyways, thank you for watching. I kind of like the schedule I have where every month I'll upload a longer video and then a shorter video. I did that last month and I'm doing it now. I like that. Tell me what you guys think though. So, peace, riff ram. Number 4, suck my dick.